Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 17, titled Home Sweet Home. I am very excited to talk about today's episode. It's been a while since we've done a review of The Walking Dead, so really excited to get back into things. This episode was really good. And there was a lot of stuff in it that I really liked. It set up a lot of interesting stuff for the future of the 6 episodes. So a lot of things that we're gonna break down in this video. Again, The Walking Dead is back, so we're gonna be doing reviews and breakdowns of trailers and all that kind of stuff. So if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And then also, obviously, spoiler warning, in case you haven't seen the episode, definitely check it out and then come back to this review. But other than that, let's get into the video. So the episode picked up a little bit after where we left off from the last episode, which was the finale, but now we're going to get another finale. So I don't even know if I want to call that episode 16 the finale anymore. The finale for the Whispers, let's call it that. But the opening minutes, I liked it. We talked about it already in a separate video, but I thought it was really cool seeing Maggie and Judith have a scene together, and then they ran into Negan, and I thought it was interesting for those three to be there because Judith is sort of like the one person who has a connection with Negan in a way, because she was talking to him a lot while he was in the cell and he saved her. So I thought that was an interesting choice. But Maggie saw Negan and just walked right past him. That image or that scene, it spoke 1,000 words. You could see it in her face. I thought Lauren Cohan did a great job in that scene, just from the facial expressions. And throughout the whole episode, I thought she did really good. There was a really good scene with her and Daryl, which we'll get to in a second. But that was, I wish we got more Negan and Maggie stuff, but I think they're saving it, for later. Maggie still has a lot of anger against Negan. And that's going to cause a lot of tension between the communities, or between the people in the group, which again we'll talk about it in a second when we get to that Daryl and Carol scene, or Daryl and Maggie scene. But we saw the group going back. Maggie, Elijah. We had this new character, the new guy with the duels. I thought he was pretty cool. I thought his weapon was good. He seems like a pretty interesting guy. I know he was sort of, I don't know, like him and Daryl looked like they were almost about to butt heads. Daryl was always looking back at him because I guess he didn't, he was sort of like, telling the group what to do, and I guess Daryl wasn't liking that. But I don't know, I just thought that was a little funny. There was a couple of funny moments with Daryl this episode also, which I'll get to in a little bit throughout the review. But the action scenes were awesome. I think it did something. It was a lot different, is what I'm trying to say. I thought the way they were filmed, the music, just something about these action scenes were just really epic in this episode. And then we had that really powerful scene between Daryl and Maggie. I liked it a lot. I thought Lauren Cohan really shined in that scene. We could see, such a great performance from her, and we learned a lot about what happened, which I liked. After watching it though, it kind of makes me think that maybe Maggie isn't that connected with the Commonwealth. I always thought Georgie was connected with the Commonwealth, but I guess not. Well, I don't know yet. We still have to wait and see. But she said she was with Georgie, and Georgie and the twins heard about a city out west, so they left, and that was the last time Maggie saw them. But basically what they were doing was just going around helping people. Like how Georgie came and helped the Hilltop. That's what they were doing for other communities. And one of the communities they were at fell, and that was when Georgie and the twins were gone. So Maggie never connected with them. And then Maggie was thinking about coming back home, and then I think she just remembered everything that happened, and they just ran into a different group. So I think she just got caught up in stuff like that. So in a way, it was explaining, where she's been. Not all the details, were there. Obviously, there's still a lot more to learn. I don't know if you guys saw my video from a couple days ago, but there was an interview with Lauren Cohan saying that there's a lot more to her that we know as of right now, like maybe there's some secrets. So obviously she didn't say everything just yet. She even told Daryl, some stuff she can't talk about just yet. So Obviously, there's gonna be more to learn, which I'm excited about. You guys, let me know what you think about that, about Maggie's journey. What is she hiding? What do you think about her explanation? Do you think it was a good explanation, or should there have been more? Because she was gone for like a whole 6 years in the show, so the explanation was pretty short. I will say that, but it is what it is. It was a pretty awesome scene overall, and we actually heard Daryl laugh even. So I wrote that down because I was like, I mean, have we ever heard Daryl laugh? I don't think so. So I don't know. I just thought that was really cool that we heard Daryl laugh. So I had to write that down because I knew I wanted to talk about it. But I just liked hearing Daryl laugh for some reason. We also know there's a new group now. They're called the Reapers. Okay, so they're called the Reapers, and first of all, I gotta say, cool name, interesting name, and they seem very brutal. I gotta tell you, that entire scene, in the woods was amazing. It was one of my favorite scenes of season 10. I mean, the show has been going on for a decade, so I can't say the entire show. I have to rewatch stuff, but man, was that a really awesome scene, or a sequence, I should say. It was multiple scenes, but just the whole thing, it was really intense and nerve-wracking. The music was also really good. It had me at the edge of my seat. And the score is also something I want to talk about. I think The Walking Dead has really improved and elevated the show with its score. And ever since, I think this is since The Whisperers showed up, the score has become like more horror themed and haunting. So it just makes certain scenes like a lot better. And that is something that sort of came with The Whisperers, because before it was lacking. And ever since The Whispers came, I think they started to go back to their horror roots, which I'm glad they're sticking with, even though The Whispers are gone. Because I was worried that if The Whispers were going to leave, we're not going to get, that much, scary stuff anymore. But it looks like we are, so that's awesome. But yeah, the Reapers were really scary, and I'm excited to see more of them if we will. But I don't know if we're gonna, because it's more of character stuff this season. But I hope we do, because I thought they were really great, or at least we learn more about them. But I mean, they were taking down everybody during the sequence in the woods. I didn't expect that. Like, people were going down left and right, and it was really brutal. And again, it was one of my favorite sequences of the season. And then that final guy, he said something to Maggie. Before he died, he said something like someone. He said someone's name, I think, and he said like marked you. And I couldn't really tell what the name was, but yeah, I think there might be more to the Reapers, and hopefully, we find out more about them. Because they definitely are an interesting group, and I think we will, because that ties in with Maggie. And then we saw Herschel there at the end, which I thought was really sweet. It was like the whole scene was really sweet. Him on top of the tree, and definitely reminds me of Glenn with the hat and everything like that. So yeah, I think they did a great job with that, and I'm excited to see more of Herschel in the future as well. Herschel Jr., I should say. And then I skipped over something that I want to talk about, Elijah. There was that shot of him looking suspicious, like he was looking at Daryl and Maggie, and he looked sort of concerned, or like, I don't know, there was just like a moment where it just sort of focused on him, and he turned back and he looked at Maggie and Daryl, which made me like, what's up with that? What is the purpose of that? So I don't know. I thought I was reading into it too much, but then he broke down and he had that scene with Kelly, which I really liked, and I do like Elijah, and I like this group that Maggie's with. So I know Maggie said that she, or Lauren Cohan said that there's some more stuff with Maggie, and there might be some, dark secrets or something. I just hope this group isn't bad that Maggie is with, because they seem, like pretty cool characters, and I think it'll be nice to see them with the group, and maybe even help out with the Commonwealth. So you guys let me know what you think about that group. Do you like them? Do you think they're good people or not? Let me know. And then we had that sequence where they showed up to Alexandria. And again, a really well done scene. It was a great music choice. And I liked it. And, Maggie walking past Negan, that image again spoke 1,000 words. Like, there wasn't that much, Maggie didn't even say anything to him throughout the whole episode. And Negan just said, hey. But I feel like there was just so much there. You can see it in Negan's face. He looked pretty angry for some reason. Just a really, really good scene. So the two scenes we had between Negan and Maggie were well done for sure. I do wish there was more though between them. Again, they might be saving it for a future episode. but we don't have that many episodes, so that's why I was like, I wish we got something more. And I think there will be, because Daryl, when they had that conversation between Daryl and Maggie, Daryl was like, you can come back home, and Daryl said, like, it's not decided with Negan, not yet. So it's gonna be like a situation, I think, where they might have to decide as a community, like, what do we do? Do we let Negan stay with us, and that would obviously really anger Maggie, or do we kick Negan out, or what's gonna happen? I do think Negan is gonna leave for a little bit and decide on his own what the best course of action is, because of that finale where he is having his flashbacks and sort of on his own. But ultimately, I do think Negan will be part of season 11, but they could do it either way. Like, he could be on his own, or he could be with the community. And the Commonwealth could still be involved with Negan, even if he isn't with the group. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below about that. Do you think Negan will ultimately stay with the group, or do you think he will leave? Overall, really awesome episode. Great premiere. I'm calling it a premiere even though it is episode 17. But as far as this goes, I'm gonna wrap it up there. You guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this episode. Again, be sure to stay tuned for my trailer breakdowns and all that kind of stuff by hitting the subscribe button. So again, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, and as always, thanks for watching. Please take care, and I'll see you guys soon.